early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. On first and 10, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
70, Indy. Christian Travis. 5.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Lock now on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check it backer, check it backer.
2nd and 15. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Wayne. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
8-3.
On first down, it's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go, set. 90 Wolf. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the turnover, here's Locke. It's complete to Williams.
Complete to number 34. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Locke now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Kamara. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Lott. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
132 fighter.
That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutt's good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Locke now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
70, Indy.
That's a gain of 7.
Hey, my 7. Get it.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 hits thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd down, it's Williams pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Locke going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Locke now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Forced out to his left. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, 36 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Set to kick off.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. 18 Gator. Watch the end.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. This is caught by Williams. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Lock, buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And Kamara has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lock. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Here's the Panthers punter now. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. To return is McKenzie. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw it is Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now back to throw. Oh, bananas Westbrook complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of sad. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Ready. 30 base. 2-jet bomber. 2-jet bomber.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check. Tighten up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The
last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop the throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
You better bring it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 14.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for New Orleans, it's a fantastic start as they roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. Green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about